What's going on there, YouTube? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. Switching things up, I'm doing a Marvel Legends, as you can see in front of you, the Thing figure from the Legendary Riders wave. It's back from 2005, I believe, this wave. And an oldie but a goodie. This is actually my preferred Thing figure. I think he's the better looking out of the other Thing figure from the Fantastic Four. Even though this wave was actually seen as, mostly viewed as one of the worst waves ever. Basically because they didn't have a Build-A-Figure. But I actually thought there were some decent figures in this wave. But I'll get to that in a second. Let me just toss them aside. We'll get to the figure in a second. Let me get this packaging out of the way. I actually just opened up this guy last night and decided to do a review. So basically, here you go. Here's the front. He came with a. He comes with a lot of stuff, being as it's from Toy Biz, and it's the first appearance Thing from when they fought the. I believe it was Mole Man, but he came with a card here, collector's card. He also comes with, sorry, I bumped the camera there. Bump the camera. He also comes with a comic book, which I always loved, and little instructions on how to put his little, I don't know what you call it, a scooter or whatever you want to call it. Gives you instructions how to put that together, and there is his scooter put together. Let me back up a little bit here, I'm a little close. Here is his scooter, basically. There you go. It's got like a little gas tanks or whatever on the back here. A little exhaust in the back. He does look a little weird on this. He kind of looks like an old man on a rascal when you put him on this, but I'll show you that in a second. The other figures in this wave. You got the Hulkbuster Iron Man over here. I'll try to get in closer. My lighting is making this, because the packaging is plastic, it's making it shine. You got the Hulkbuster, you got the first appearance Hulk. Taskmaster, which I still don't own and I'd like to pick up sometime soon before he goes way up in price. Vengeance. Scarlet Witch, which I own. And she looks nothing like that prototype right there. Probably the worst, one of the worst Marvel Legends of that Ultron figure. Wonder Man, which is he's actually a pretty decent figure, and he came with a variant of, he was all purple, and Logan Wolverine on his motorcycle. So, I mean, I didn't think the wave was that bad. It just wasn't as strong as the other ones. And a lot of these Marvel Legends waves were very, very strong. So let's get that out of the way, because enough talking about packaging. Let's talk about the figure. So, we have the Thing here, and I really like this figure. Hence why I picked him up over, I chose to pick this guy up, his first appearance, just because I tend to like first appearance figures. I don't know, I hold them a little bit more dear. Like I have the first appearance Hulk also in the gray version. I don't know, just kind of a personal preference with me. I just like to have first appearances. It's kind of important for me to have them, I don't know. But to each their own, I just like the way he's built. He's built a little bit stiffer than the other one, and I've seen the other one, and not a big fan. He's a little bit floppy, the other one. I'd say this guy's a little bit more well put together. His joints are a little bit more stiff, which I like. Obviously, the hands are nice with individual fingers. And I'll just get to articulation real quick. Let's just do that. You got his head on a swivel here, and it is on a little bit of a hinge because he's kind of angled this way. He's kind of similar to, if you're familiar with the DC Universe Classics 2-pack Superman and, oh Jesus, what's wrong with me? Parasite, excuse me. He's kind of shaped like Parasite, where his neck kind of goes outward this way, and the peg is sticking out here. So his head kind of jiggles up and down. It does move up and down though, and you still get a good enough range of motion where he looks up and looks down, but he doesn't really have a neck. so to speak. The arm does go up by that far, does go down, can do a full 360, does have a bicep swivel here. Just gotta hold that because it's kind of tight. He does have a single jointed elbow, which I don't mind for bigger based characters. And he's got a wrist hinge that goes back and forth. No wrist swivel, that's fine with me. Individual finger articulation, which is very nice, very stiff, not loose at all. He does have a diaphragm joint, which I'm not a big fan of, but it would kind of look a little weird, I think, with this figure if he had an ab crunch. You might be able to get him in better dynamic poses, but I think if you gave him an ab crunch, it would kind of throw off his bulkiness to me. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But he has a waist swivel, does work nicely. He's got nice T-jointed hips, which I love, big fan of that. He does have he does have a thigh swivel here because he's got the ball jointed hips. Double jointed knees. I keep switching everything up. Elbows and knees and knees and elbows. It does have an ankle pivot or ankle rocker, whichever you'd like to say. He has an ankle hinge which goes back and forth, and he has foot articulation which kind of flop up and down like a pancake. So, but yeah, he's very easy to stand. Doesn't take him a lot to get into a nice pose. I would probably, maybe I take that back. I probably would like a wrist swivel here, just so you can kind of get his hand to go underneath like that. That would be nice, but it's still okay. It's not going to make or break the figure really, but it would be nice to have, I think. And I mean, this being an older figure from an older wave is still a really nice figure, really nice. You know, all the Toy Biz Marvel Legends I was a huge fan of, and them and DC Universe Classics really got me into collecting action figures again. But yeah, so I mean, basically his scooter, if you want to get him on the scooter, here, I'll try to do it really quick. He's got two peg holes right on here, on both sides, and he has peg holes on the bottom of his feet, which I probably didn't point out, which I should have. So boom, shalakalak boom, and boom, shalakalak boom, and then you kind of have to make him do this weird crouch thing. There we go. And then bend his knees, and he doesn't really want to sit on this thing, but there we go. But he does grip very nicely. Let me get his arms. His elbows are very stiff, but there we go. See, kind of looks like a little old man on a rascal.
Oh, Sonny, I'm coming to get you. I'm gonna get you. I got to get my groceries from Wegmans, so here I go. Oh, if I ever get there on time. Oh, they closed. I got there too slow. I have to go back home now. Oh, jeez. Oh, where's Esther? Where's my wife, Esther? I don't know. Oh, God. Oh, dear. All right.
Okay, and that's enough of that. So he does look a little funky on the scooter. Sorry, a little... So he does, yeah, like I said, he does look a little funky on his scooter here. I'm not really sure what the technical term for this thing is, but it looks just weird. And even my girlfriend was saying something about it. She was like, he just looks like that, like Josh Brolin from the Goonies when he gets his bike, when they flatten his tires, and then he's got to take the little girl's bike, and he's running down the hill, and then the teenagers grab him on his bike while they're riding on his car, and he goes flying down the hill. She's like, he looks like Josh Brolin on a little girl bike. But I thought that was funny. So I digress. I've gone on too far with this review. Hope you guys enjoyed. If I had to rate this figure, I'd probably give him I'm gonna give him a solid 8. I think he's a really nice figure. Definitely Toy Biz figures were you know, the shit back then. Came with a lot of stuff. Actually, I'm going to switch my verdict to a 9. I think he's a good figure. He's really nice. I like the sculpt, even though it's an open mouth sculpt. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the flip side.